Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Computational Network Science using Python workshop and five seminars. This is a seminar kickoff video, and I would like, first of all, to thank you and to express how thrilled I am that I have you all join me in this journey into Python and network science and everything in between. So I would like in this short video to guide you through accessing the program files using Jupyter Notebook and Python and navigating the other materials which are provided for the seminar. Okay, you should all be easily viewing the workshop page, and perhaps this is what I am sharing, although this is my view. You might have a slightly different user view, but the differences are minimal and they don't matter. So let me turn on my user view, as an instructor. And what I would like to describe, first of all, is that for every day, here we are going to view the number of the session. Next Monday, it is going to be the first session, and the title of the session, and which is more or less a descriptive or tentative one. Of course, as you understand, it is about networks and Python. So let's call it Foundations of Networks Construction. And below the title line, you may be able to see the topics or keywords that we will be discussing in this seminar. Now, the order of these topics is rather random, so don't pay any attention to the particular order where they are displayed. Now, the most important things are the session files. And in the first seminar next Monday, as you can see, we have 5 different types of files. The one which is the less important is the slides. Now, the slides are giving just a table of contents of the topics that we will be discussing, and so they're not really slides. Our actual slides are going to be in the program files, the Jupyter Notebook, which is a Python computational and visualization tool that we are going to be using. So you need to download the program files, which are in a zipped form. And after you unzip them, you are going to see the contents of the program files, which are going to be the 4 files displayed here in my view. You're going to have a similar view in your computer, but eventually you're going to be able to see 4 files. The first file with the ending IPYMB is the Jupyter Notebook. Now, you may not be able on Monday, or maybe it will take you a longer time to install Jupyter Notebook on your computer in order to be able to access the Jupyter Notebook or the Jupyter Notebooks that I will be using in these 5 seminars. For this case, if this might be the case, you not being able to open a Jupyter Notebook file, I have included the HTML translation or whatever of the Jupyter Notebook file. So let me show you the HTML file. And this is exactly what the Jupyter Notebook contains, although this is not interactive. I'm not so sure, it might be. Oh, yes, it is interactive, but you cannot run the cell of a Jupyter notebook in the HTML file. However, you can see all the outputs that the computations of each cell in a Jupyter notebook are producing, and these outputs are given below the Python cells, let's say, the code cells, and in this way, you can navigate and follow my presentation through a Jupyter notebook, although you do not have installed the Jupyter notebook yet, because I assume sooner or later you should have accomplished installing Jupyter notebook in your computers. The real Jupyter notebook, I mean, that I will be using, this is the one, and I will navigate through this one starting Monday next week, and we will be doing all our work like this. So as you see, we can use a Jupyter notebook in two ways. First of all, as a sort of a slide. For example, we can define things, we can describe things as text, and in particular, this is written in LaTeX form, but also we can make some computations. I mean, here we are just displaying an image, but below you might see that we will be computing things. Now, if you are interested in learning more about Jupyter notebooks and actually refreshing your knowledge on Python, which is very important that you might need to do, please go into the supplementary materials and you're going to see the PDF file, which is an excerpt from a book, and this is giving concise and comprehensive information how to install Jupyter Notebook and how to use Python, I mean the basic commands of Python. So please spend some time on that. Now, let us go back in the files which are included in the instance page. So more or less, I navigated through the program files, and I mentioned that the slides are not so important. Very important for technical reasons, how to kick off the recording or to stop the recording of the video of the seminar. And I have already talked about the supplementary material, which is about Python and Jupyter Notebook as an excerpt from a book. Now, one of the libraries or modules in the Python terminology that we will be using is the PyGraphviz, which is a plotting module for Python. And everything I'm doing in these notebooks depends on PyGraphviz and being installed on your computers. So this might be a little bit tricky question. So I have a PDF file with guides, some guidelines, how to install PyGraphviz in your laptop. If in case you have not already, of course, done this. This depends on the operation system. If you have Windows, go through this. If you have Mac OS or if you have Linux, follow these instructions. Let me know if you have any problems in managing to install PyGraphviz in your computers, but there is a shortcut if eventually you are not able. In the past, this might have happened a couple of times with my students. So in that case, if whoever is unable to have PyGraphviz, as I am going to explain in my first seminar, it is easy to visualize, to plot all the graphs in the Spring layout of the basic graph or network library, NetworkX. So you don't need to worry even you're unable to install PyGraphviz, but give it a try. And the last thing, I believe this is the last thing, yes, is the readings over here The readings are again zipped. So after you unzip them, you are going to see 3 PDFs, which are excerpts from, I believe, 2 books. And they give you some useful material about some theoretical notions, theoretical or mathematical, but also practical notions from network science that we will be discussing in our computations that we will be conducting in the Jupyter Notebook. Now, please keep in mind that our focus is entirely computational. So this is not a theoretical or a mathematical workshop on network science. It is on computational network science implemented in Python. So we have to do things computationally, and the venue, the tool for this purpose that I am following and I am suggesting to you to follow is the Jupyter Notebook in Python. And I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy working on Python and Jupyter Notebook on topics about, on some introductory topics, because we cannot cover everything, on network science. So please keep in mind and just try to find some time before Monday, and I would like to encourage you to do so, to test your setup, to make sure that you can run Jupyter Notebook in your computer. Otherwise, you can open the HTML file of the Jupyter Notebook I will be following while doing the seminar. And also find a little bit of time to skim through the introductory materials. This is going to help us hit the ground running when we are starting next Monday. So I'm here to support you every step of this enjoyable way into network science in Python. And please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. You can do this through the Q&A session of instats, or sending me an email, or anyway. I'll give you more indications how you can reach me out on Monday, I mean, through Facebook, for instance, through Blue Skies and social media. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon next Monday. Bye-bye.